I wonder where Geo is. Geo? Did you find your man cave in the boat, sweetie?
It's so big in here that could have a party. Hello. Anyway, welcome to the new boat. So I guess we're going to give you a little tour and kind of show you around, both for people that know boats and people that don't know anything about boats. I'll try to do it for both of you. So let's start at the front, but the front's not called the front, the front's called the bow. And this little thing sticking out right here is called, I guess, the bowsprit. And this is where one of the sails go. And this line, well, it's not called a rope, it's called a line, but this line is called a special line. It's called a halyard line. So all the different lines have different names, like everything else on the boat. All right, this is, for some reason, this is called the pelican striker. I don't know why we would ever want to strike pelicans with it, but that's what that is. Here's the trampoline. This is fun. More fun for kids, really, but you can bounce on it anyway. And of course, this is Fernanda's favorite spot right here. This is the dolphin watch area. This is where, if we have dolphins, this is definitely where you want to be, looking over the bow, because usually they play down in the bow right there. Of course, this is a catamaran, so it has two bows, two fronts. And okay, these are not called lids, they're called hatches. So you can open up these hatches, and in this one, it's just huge, so lots of space there for storing things. Of course, on a catamaran, you don't want to store things, you don't want to have a lot of weight, so we have a lot of places to put stuff, but it's all got to be very light.
Empty spaces.
Empty spaces full of styrofoam. No. Okay, so go up here. This is another rope line. This one is called a sheet. Don't ask me why they're called sheets. I don't know, but that's what they're called. This one goes back, as most of the lines in this boat go back to the central helm. Well, it's not central, it's off one side, but it's a one area helm position, which we really like because everything can be controlled there. And two people can, we'll go in there later, you can see that two people can operate everything there. This great big black thing here is the sail, the main sail, and it has ropes, lines, halyards, sheets at the back. Again, this big black thing in front here, that's called a genoa, or a big jib. It has sheets, which are lines, and it has a thing called a roller furling, so you can roll it up, get it out of the way when you don't want it. As is the Code Zero in the front, which we're going to put a blue water runner on, which is another kind of sail that they call a blue water runner. I guess they call it a blue water runner because you run down blue water with it. And so, going back, these big things here, which are really, I use them just to lean against, to look around and see all the scenery around and stuff, but that's not really what they are. They're called a dagger board, and these ones on this boat are electric, so they're push button. They just go up and down with the press of two buttons, which is really nice, controlled by these ropes, well, these lines, no, these called lanyards that control it. And I guess the other thing that's different about these dagger boards although they look like they're going through the boat, they're actually on the outside of the boat. The boat goes around inside, and there's actually a cap on the outside of the boat that the dagger boards go into, which is, I think, really cool, because if something happens and you hit something with these dagger boards, they're not gonna rip up the inside of the boat. Okay, that's what holds up the mast. They're very nice. The mast is very nice. It's all carbon, and these are really nice fixtures. They're all stainless steel rod rigging.
Why did you choose carbon?
Well, the carbon mast is much better because it's much lighter. So everything on a catamaran you want to have light, so you can go fast or go better in light air. And the carbon mast is also stronger, so less likely that something will happen to it. So those are the reasons mainly. This is the helm position. We really like that because Fernand and I can both sit here and steer with our feet. And actually, no, we don't do that. Autopilot steers most of the time, unless we're doing maneuvers, and then you can stand up and you can do the maneuvers very easily. You can see 3 points of the boat from here, so when you're backing into or maneuvering around in a marina, it makes it a lot easier to see, because it is a big boat. It's a 50-foot boat. That's the biggest boat we've owned. Also, when you're backing up, you can go from this side, and then you can look through there and you can see your fourth corner over there. So when you're backing in, you can see how close you are to the other boat. That's really nice. Then when you're here, if someone's sitting there and someone's here, this person can be operating the winches. Oh, they're not turned on right now. They're all electric, so you don't have to do this. All these lines and everything all go back to electric winches, so that makes it very easy. More ropes, lines. They all have different names. These ones, this one here, this one with little black dots, that's called an out haul. This is a reefing line, the red reefing line. So that's, red is for holy shit, get the sail as small as possible. Yellow is for not too bad, and green is for okay, but we need a little less sail. Those are the 3 reefing lines. These ones are down the mast at the back, and these are the forward reefing lines. Same thing. Halyard for the different sails. That's to raise up the sails. This orange one is called a sheet. Again, don't know why, but it's a rope, it's a line, and it's a sheet. It's not called a rope. It's called a line, kind of, but it's a special kind of line. So that allows you to pull out that big sail in front there, the Genoa, and on one side, and that's the other orange one is the sheet for the other side. So it's really nice. This area is really nice for 2 people to work. You're not bumping into each other. Everything is operational and easily used from this position, and all the lines that are, all the tails of the lines, it's called the tail of the line. This part here, this can all go down in the big area there and get out of the way, so it makes it very nice and clean. You don't have lines around your feet, which can be dangerous. You don't want to get your leg caught up or your toe caught up in a line. And you can clip on here if you're in really rough seas. You have places where you have a harness on, and you can clip your harness here, so you're protected from falling overboard, and run everything here. This is really nice because you're out of the elements, and the whole front and sides of this all have protection covers that come down that you can see through. Isinglass, it's called. Don't know why it's called isinglass either, but all of that can all zip in. So this can be a total enclosure where you're operating the boat, but you're not out in the elements, sun or wind or rain, which is nice for those days that it's not perfect, which happens fair often. So we like that. And so you come down here, and we have the the winches for the foresails, they call them the foresails because they're, I don't know why they call them the foresails. They're fore and aft. So foresails, aft sails. We don't have any aft sails, just have foresails. Comes to this winch right here. This one's not electric. Normally these sails basically come out on their own, and all you got to do is hang on to them and eventually get them wound around here, and then you can use a winch handle to adjust them. It's not a lot of cranking usually, so you know, we decided not to get electric winches here, and the saves weight too as well. And now we come down here, nice wide decks to get in on the boat, nice wide transom close to the water to get into the dinghy. We got our new dinghy on here. It's a AB 12-foot, really nice dinghy with a 20 horsepower motor, so we can, that's your car basically, so we can get anywhere we need to go pretty quickly with that. And it's on a davit system, so we can just lower it down into the water fairly quickly and easily. Except when the ocean's going like this, it's never that easy because things are bouncing around, but that's part of, you know, living on a sea. Nice handholds everywhere. And so then we come to this part. We really like this. Well, this part, this is where after you put on autopilot, then you just lay down here like this, and this is where you actually run the boat. You just kind of look around, you know, make sure everything's okay, and have a little snooze.
Yeah, right.
Maybe a coffee. And no, actually that's not true. When you're at anchor though, that's a nice place to lay. I think this is Fernanda's place. It's the only place it's going to be in the sun because everything other than the foredeck, everything else is in the shade here. We have this nice roof, the coach roof that comes all the way back, which by the way is all built out of carbon to keep weight down. And then we have these big patio doors that open this space right up, and also the side windows also open, and that allows us to completely open up the space, and I can pass, when Fernanda's driving, I can pass her coffee or her orange juice with champagne, which is required.
Wait a second.
Huh?
I had never had that yet.
No?
No.
Okay, well that's what they say in the
commercials.
commercial. So these also open up and provide a wide open space, covered space for what we call the salon. It's not a saloon, it's a salon, and this is a settee, not a couch. And here's your kitchen, but it's not called the kitchen, it's called the galley. You have waters. We've got the salt water option, so we can use salt water to wash the dishes and then rinse them with fresh water to save on water, because fresh water is always an issue. Although we have a water maker, we don't like to run it anytime we don't have to. And the stove and the oven where Fernanda's going to bake all the bread. This is one of my favorite spots. Right here we have the driver's seat, but it's not called the driver's seat, it's called the helm. And here we don't have my computer yet, but here my computer will go with all charts and navigation information, and autopilots are here, so we turn on auto and then we can just basically relax. You don't have to do anything. Auto does everything. Well, that's not true. We still have to watch out for ships, things in the water, fishing boats. Mainly watch out for the big ships, because you know those things, 400 feet long. Yeah, they just hit you and you're gone, and they probably don't even know they hit you. So we have to watch for those. It's really nice big forward facing windows that open up. Big windows you can see everywhere. The visibility here from the helm position is fantastic. I can see everything without having to get up and straining. I can sit back, relax, and see everything that's out there. And one of the things that is really, really nice about this is that for two people, again, when you're traveling, somebody can be sleeping on this day bed here, relaxed and nice, comfy with pillows and everything. And somebody can be watching from there, and you can be right in contact. So if something happens, you can just tap the person, hey, I need some help, something's going on, wake them up. But other than that, they're able to sleep in a very comfy place, and it also makes another bed. This comes off, and this makes another bed for guests if you need another bed for guests, and without disturbing the kitchen or the dining table. This is like a little coffee table. This is your mast step. And this is where we really get spoiled. We have a full-size fridge. Oh, look, it's full of beer and wine. Oh, a little bit of water. Wow, perfect. And a big freezer on the bottom, so we can have enough stuff to do, enough supplies to do ocean crossings. And we're just installing the TV, which is going to swing around, so we'll be able to see it from this couch or settee or this settee, or even it'll swing right around so we can see it from out there. Not that we watch a lot of TV, but when we do, we like to be able to see it from wherever we decide to sit. And we're also going to have a connection from our chart plotter to here, so we can see sort of like on the airplane, where you see where you're going through the map and where the airplane is. We'll be able to see where our boat is and where the whole chart and everything, and where we're at all times and what's around us. So that'll be nice. What else? Oh yeah, I guess we should go down into the heads. Let's into the hulls. I was thinking about heads because they're not called heads. This is the owner's side. So this is the awesome double queen size bed that you can walk around and get in. It has a lot of really nice windows, so you can see outside where you are on Anchorage. Waking up in the morning and looking out and seeing whatever beautiful place you're in is really a treat, and it's very special. Reading lights and everything, so you can be comfortable here. Put your books on that side, and the halls are air conditioned, so are we ever lucky for that. So when it gets really hot in the tropics, we can cool down this area. We don't have air conditioning up there. We didn't want to be too greedy and have the whole boat air conditioned and be using all this energy, but we found from our last boat, having air conditioning in the hulls is almost a necessity if you're in really hot weather. Otherwise you won't be able to sleep. So we have that, and this way, go into the bathroom, which isn't called a bathroom, it's called a head. And so you have like a nice big sink here. You have a nice big area where you can put all your toiletries and stuff. Even a towel warmer. That's pretty bad.
That's a French thing.
Yeah, this is like a luxurious thing in France. But I guess it's nice because your towels, when they're wet, it's nice to be able to dry them off on the towel warmer. Great big huge shower with a nice window and privacy screen and a full size, what do they call these? I don't know. It's
rain
called
shower.
A rain shower or whatever. So that's really cool. And we haven't put our toiletries out yet. We're just moving in, getting everything sorted out. In here, there's the head compartment, toilet. A little ventilation window out to sea, and so that's nice. It's nice that it's separate. And next to that, we have the whole washer dryer laundry system, which is an option. We felt we had one in our last boat, just a washer. This is a washer dryer combination. Normally we put ourselves out on the line to dry, especially if you're in a warmer climate. This is so nice to have because it's always difficult to find ways to do laundry when you're at shore. You know, you're taking laundry on the dinghy and taking it to places and trying to get your laundry done. It's nice to be able to do it right on the boat. Big full-length mirror. This owner's cabin all locks with the security lock, so you can lock yourself in. And emergency hatch underneath the stairs. And nice big counter here. So that's the owner's hull. On the other side of the boat, we have the guest accommodation, which is just as nice, I think. We're just getting this set up with pillows and stuff. Another queen size bed, nice big windows, wraparound, everything basically identical to the owner's side. The only difference on this side is that there's two cabins, one forward and one aft. This is the starboard side where the guest cabins are. And nice wide stairs to come down, and then quite a nice hallway, but this isn't called a hallway, this is called a companionway. And we have nice big shower in here for the guest shower with another sink. And then on into the second guest cabin. This is really nice because it's very convertible. You can have it as a double bed, or you can pull this part out and have it as a single bed, or you can bring this down and have it as two bunk beds. So it's really flexible. This is kind of a flex area. For me, this is probably where I'm gonna be able to sit here and practice my guitar, have my instruments there, my music stand here so I can practice guitar, stand up and practice violin. There's lots of room. It's nice and wide. So this will work for my music room when we don't have guests in here. But it has lots of shelves and places for people to put their stuff away. And separate door, a place to hang their coat, hanging locker, more shelves, dresser drawer, and then in here, this is the electronics. So that's the new boat. That's Joie de Vivre. I hope you enjoyed the little tour, and wanted to just let everybody know that we feel very, very, I know I've been a little cheeky here with this tour and, you know, kind of being funny, but really in all seriousness, this boat is a dream come true for us. We've worked for years and years and years to get to this point, and we don't take it for granted. And we're very, very privileged. We feel very lucky and fortunate to be able to have something like this and be able to use this to, you know, see our dreams of sailing partway around the world. And we know that it's the right boat for us. It will give us a lot of years of pleasure, and that we can travel in safety and fairly fast as well. So, you know, I'm really happy. Thanks for watching.